Checking connection. I think we're live on YouTube. Checking. Yeah, everybody's live. Everybody's live. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to another Zhen Tea Live. Da-da-da! All right. So today...
You look so serious when it started. I was
yes.
like, because he has been recording the music the whole morning, so he has that rock star, badass looking.
Except for my hair. I went and brushed my hair just for this live session. I was going to say that it's a good thing we do live session because it's really good for personal grooming habits. You kind of have to brush your hair when you go live.
And only brush the hair.
Yeah, so I was recording. Hello, H.A. Holiday, welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, so I was just getting our music project ready. I did a first draft of the bass line for Oolong Train, or whatever I'm going to call it.
Crazy Oolong Train.
Crazy Oolong Train. So, yeah, if you're a musician, check out that other video and sign up. There's still space, but we've got a little crew already underway. I'm pretty excited about that. But today is something even, well, not more exciting, different exciting, and it's more exciting because it's happening now, and we're going to have a brewing Q&A. So we're going to take your questions and try and answer them about brewing tea. It doesn't matter, teapot, Gaiwan. There's another way. Yixing, Gaiwan, teapot, and...
there's another way.
Anyway, we always do 3 ways on our videos. Oh, teapot.
Yes.
Western teapot,
Gongfu,
and
or mug, or anything.
Mug or anything, yeah. So we're
Devon Townsend.
Yeah. I was there. So good eye on the T-shirt. It is. I'm going to feature it now because I was just waiting for an excuse to show the sloth. That is a sloth hanging from the Canada arm. So anyway, yeah. So welcome Brandon. Welcome Joseph. Welcome Jubai Jia. And welcome, oh look, MBL Porter, Grand T, welcome on Instagram, Matthew Ritson, somebody else whose name is in the white zone, Westholm Tea, welcome,
Westholm Tea, yeah.
Welcome to you all. Okay, so today is a brewing Q&A. I'm playing with Instagram because
and also Steve.
And then a steep off. Yeah, we're
steep
gonna
off. Steve, what was the saying? Steep end off.
Off the steep end.
Off the steep end.
We're gonna go off the steep end and do a little brewing competition.
But we haven't chose the tea yet.
No, we were trying to choose the tea, and we thought, how will we figure out what to brew? And I thought, why don't we just ask you guys? Sorry to point, that's a little bit rude, but why don't we just ask you guys? I'll do it again. You guys can pick a tea like from our catalog, and yeah, just pick us a tea. And if we don't like it, we're just not going to brew it. So go ahead. Like if somebody says Bai Nian Song Ping, it ain't going to happen. Just like that's what I mean. So let's see.
You're just teasing them.
Brandon, amazing T-shirt. Yes, Joseph on YouTube. You gotta love some Devon Townsend. Oh my gosh. No way. You were listening to Empath. Good man. Wow. We got a bunch of, you're going to love the new song. The new tea song is to the tune of Crazy Train, the great Ozzy Osbourne, or the used to be great Ozzy Osbourne's. I shouldn't be so mean to Ozzy. Anyway, we're going to do it to the tune of Crazy Train. And it's going to be all about oolong. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be another couple weeks. So I'm just going to share, we're doing a project with you guys. So if you're a musician and you want to get involved in something ridiculous, check out that other video and yeah, get in touch with me. So Rosa Weinagar, welcome. TSANY, welcome.
And why?
Lungo T Herbas, welcome everybody on Instagram.
You're doing a great job pronouncing those.
Yeah, I'm just faking it.
Any suggestions on the tea we should brew?
Yeah, so throw us out any suggestions on what we should do. We're going to do the steep off at the end. We're going to take your questions about brewing right now. So any questions you might have about brewing, anything at all, no question is too simple or too complicated. Again, just like the tea, we might just ignore it if it's too hard. No, I'm just kidding. Looks like you had a Tianjian earlier.
Yeah, that was the first tea of the day.
Oh, I thought she could. I get it. You posted it.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought she could tell by the shade of our skin or maybe the tone of my voice.
Or the crazy hair.
Yeah, maybe my hairdo. It's like I got Tianjian hair. No, okay, we posted it. Is it Heicha Hump Day too? Yeah, I guess it could be. It could be. But we're amenable to anything. We'll brew off anything.
Which Heicha, like a Fuzhuan, Qianliang Cha, or Tianjin again, or something?
Yeah, Flexible.
Mm.
Sarah Wood, welcome on Instagram. Sarah Wood 533.
Hello.
Welcome to you. We're doing brewing questions and answers.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have any questions about brewing Gong Fu style or teapot or whatever,
or anything, are you guys drinking? Maybe we
or
can
let us know. Yeah,
too.
we could also let us know what you're drinking. And
so we got a setup here already. 2 little guy ones, serving pot,
2 little serving pot.
Mm-hmm. And teacup.
I don't think we'll use the filter, right? Because there's only one. Get rid of the filter.
filter.
Goodbye. Goodbye, filter. Goodbye. There. Oh,
Like
isn't
this?
that pretty? Well, for Hei Cha Hump Day, I do anything but a young Shem. Pretty open to whatever. Just a fun thing someone helped me come up with a while back. Hei Cha Hump Day. Yeah, it goes really well with your handle.
Yes.
Hei Cha holiday, and today is indeed Hei Cha Hump Day. So we could think about a Hei Cha. I'm
Which one do you
amenable to
want to
that.
do?
I haven't had actually Fuzhuan in a while.
You want to try a food run?
Could do a Fuzhuan, yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll see which one is the easiest to get.
Always. Oh yeah, because it's a breaky one, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
grab a little piece of it. It's pretty flaky. Or just bring the brick in. I'll break a piece off on the table.
Mhm.
Okay, she's
I
going to
guess
run and
it's
get
that.
some Fuzhuan. That settles it. We're going to do Fuzhuan for the steep off. When we go off the steep end in our brewing competition, there's not really any rules either. So probably I'm going to win. Joseph on YouTube is drinking some 2018 Gongmei. Nice. I'd love to see some Bai Hao Yin Zhen for the steep off. There's a suggestion.
Ooh.
That's one. We're still taking suggestions, so we're not settled. She didn't leave yet to go get the fruit one, so it's wide open. Anybody throws in something that we like better, we'll just jump on that. It's really flexible. I hope you guys don't mind. We're not like
We're naughty kids.
We're naughty kids. We're just here to have fun. So yeah, keep throwing them out. I'm not sure if we have do we have a regular or only top grade by Hao Yin Zhen?
We have some aged ones from
Aged one,
2015.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That could
But
be
we just had a
pretty-
baozi. I was thinking.
yeah, we just had a pretty flavorful, meaty lunch. So the dark tea might be leaning more to the right tone for our digestive system.
Yeah.
We need something hard for a steep off.
Something hard.
Like by Hao Yin Zhen. I think she means hard to steep, like a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah.
requires some skill. Like Fuzhuan is a little bit, forgiving. I feel like you can boil it or whatever, right? Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Hey,
okay.
welcome, Daniel Dietz. Did I say it right or is it Dates? Sorry. And,
Yes. Okay.
and
I
he's
won't
drinking.
join that.
no, it's good. You can try. And he's drinking some Da Hong Pao. That's a good one.
Mm.
That's a good one.
What's your thought?
Flexible. Let's just goof around a bit and see if any more suggestions come in. So if you just joined recently, we're answering your questions about. I said it several ways though. So is it Dates? I guess it's Daniel Dates, or I think. Anyway, you can let me know if that last one was right, because I think I said Dietz and Dates, but it's not. I kind of cheated, right? Because we know Billy Dates, and he pronounces it William Dates, David's T.
Oh, that's his last name?
Yeah, exact same spelling.
Oh.
So that's how I cheated through that one.
Okay.
Dietz.
Dietz.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
cool.
it's Dietz.
Thanks for the phonetic spelling. Very
Oh,
good.
that's very helpful.
I always find, so Joseph on YouTube says, I always find Yin Zhen to be hard to brew. Thought it would provide some challenge. Yes, well said. Hei Cha Holiday agrees that we need something a little bit tricky.
That is true.
Yeah, I think that is
Yin Zhen
legit.
is
And that is going to tip the scales against me, the lesser experienced of the two tea people at this tea table at this moment. Well, of course, you're here too. So anyway, we're doing the competition. It would be fun if we could do a competition. Oh, Friday we're going to do a teapot show and tell. No, because that's going to involve you guys. It's why it's connected. You guys are invited to let us know if you're interested in participating. We're going to do probably a Zoom. I think I've fully committed to Zoom. And we'll be limited to 40 minutes, but that's okay, I think. And you can show us. We showed you off the teapots a while ago, the videos on our channel somewhere. And we want to see your teapots. So join us for that. That would be super fun.
Yes.
And our plan is to record that. So we'll record the Zoom and then we'll pop it up so other people can come back along and watch it. So yeah, so let us know if you're down with that. Welcome Cole Weeb, drinking a 2010 Mengku Bingbao Lingtang Village Shu Pu'er this morning. Yes, wow, jealous, nice one. And welcome, what does that say? Oh, message retracted. Oh, never saw that before. Great. So that's what's going down here. So any questions about steeping or brewing, shoot them out. That's what this video is all about.
Yes.
Later, we're going to go off the steep end. I got to say that over and over because, right?
Have you noticed the whole past 5 minutes? He was talking nonstop.
Oh.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. I like that. You can talk.
Did somebody say that, or did you just say that?
No, I just noticed that.
It'd be funnier if
like
they said that. If somebody out there said, "Did you notice that Phil didn't never stop talking for 5 minutes straight?" I'm gonna need some tea soon to get my whistle.
Okay, which one it is? I'm gonna go get.
So we got two on the table.
Right. Fuzhuan. No. Was that Fuzhuan?
Baoyan Zhen and Fuzhuan.
Baoyan Zhen or Fuzhuan.
It was any Hecha. We narrowed it to Fuzhuan.
How do we decide?
You asked me what haven't you had in a while.
You're Fuzhuan. I'm Baoyan Zhen.
No, we got to steep the same one.
No, I mean who wins?
Oh, rock paper scissors.
Yes.
Okay. That's good.
So that's
last call for tea suggestions. I'll share the time with my Mao Jian. Nice. Yesterday I had some pu'er tea from Laos that was pretty unique. Interesting. Yeah, we've had some interesting material from there too.
It was
pretty tasty. And Brandon's drinking some Anji Bai Cha that he bought from us. Thank you, Brandon. One of his favorite green teas. Mine too.
Yours is Longjing, I thought.
Yeah, that's one of them.
He liked the really fainted Longjing, like a
hint. One of my favorites.
Oh.
I can say that for anything. Okay, but Anji Bai Cha is one of my favorites. But a little trick for you, if it's one of your favorites. Wait, there might be one. Last Floating Leaves Tea live stream, Xiu Wen had us compare using a Chahai without one. I noticed difference with Dongding. Have you ever tried a side-by-side comparison? With what, sharing pot and no sharing pot? Was Chahai? Chahai is sharing pot.
I think that's what he means.
Tried side-by-side comparison of with Chahai and without Chahai?
Ayo, Brandon!
What did Brandon do? How some classic Taekwonyin? Yeah, no, I had disqualified that one even before we started because that's her favorite. No, and my favorites are disqualified too because it's I don't know. We drink them a lot. Basically, that's the reason. Daniel says I would vote for any white tea. I am always looking for new technique on white tea. Oh boy, you're in for a treat with our white tea. Jubai GS. I'm still here.
We got 2 on white tea. So
YouTube thinks I'm weird, but Instagram, I'm going off and on the screen. But YouTube, I'm just doing some kind of weird dance. I'll try and be in the screen. Okay, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, go, or
so
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, go.
Okay.
And you are...
I'm representing Fuzhuan, and she's representing Baihaoyan Zhen. We're going to figure this out the old-fashioned way. Not a best out of 3, okay? Just if winner wins.
Just one.
And if we tie, we redo.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go, okay?
Right.
1, 2... you can't.
1, 2, 3, go. You got to do it above the thing. They have no idea what happened. Paper, scissor beats paper.
Okay, Fuzhuan, it is that.
You get to pick which Fuzhuan though.
Okay.
We have a couple.
Okay, be right back.
I think they only have 2 actually. But anyway, so this will be fun. Haven't had Fuzhuan in a while. This is going to go really nicely after we just ate lunch, which was some little baozi with meat. So the dark tea will actually be kind of nice with that. And yeah, so let me do some comments on the Instagram side. Hecha Holiday says, yeah, went decanted back and forth into both of them. Chahai made it softer. Okay, cool. We sometimes don't use it, but I don't recall doing a side-by-side. Yeah, and Jubai Jia says, good for the stomach. Yes, indeed. So here it is. Fuzhuan, it looks like it's Zhuan Premium. Zhuan Premium hitting the, that's a big chunk for these little, I can break that into pieces.
Yeah, I'm just taking out enough.
Looking for little pieces, all right.
No, so that if you want to break or you want a certain amount, you choose your amount. You know, there's enough for you to choose.
So I'll put a bit in this one for you too.
No, we can share one.
Sorry, let's just fly that across the screen. So here's our big amount of this is the shared pool of Fuzhuan.
Oh, you can see my sweat.
We're brewing in a little 50 ml, right?
Something like
50 ml gaiwan, so really personal sized gaiwan, but we'll share with each other. I guess the plan is for this steeping competition, this steep off, as we go off the steep end. Hey Simerjeet, welcome to the Instagram feed.
Hello.
We're answering brewing questions, but we're also getting into a tea steep off contest between her and me. Everybody out there helped us select Fuzhuan, so we're going to go with a Fuzhuan, and it's good because it's Heicha Hump Day.
Yeah.
So we're doing a Fuzhuan, and Heicha says do 5 grams. What we're doing, because it's a competition, is each brewer will there we go. Each brewer will choose their own amount of tea, and we have the scale here. If we choose to weigh, we may weigh. I probably won't. I'm going to just eyeball it.
We can put that in, then weigh it, so they can see.
So they can know. Okay, so let's tear out the gaiwan first. So sorry about the little noisy noise. But first, we're gonna. I think these are really close. So just let me tear one. Tear that one out. Throw yours on and see how close it is. I think it's pretty darn close. Okay, so yours is -2.
Okay.
Is that good enough?
Yeah.
I don't think we need to be, or we could dump it onto a thing.
Well, why do you care? Why don't you put that up and tear and put the leaf so we know just the leaf?
Oh, okay. So because
brilliant.
Because I want to eyeball that in front of me. That's why I cannot see over there. All right, so I'm going to start ripping this apart. So this is an already a little bit taken apart brick of Fuzhuan, and I'm just going to actually that's perfect. That's a little bit much for this one, but I'm gonna have to take a little bit off. I heard you gasp, and when I saw it, I was a little
maybe
bit
you can share me the other half.
Maybe, but maybe not. It's a competition after all. No, just kidding. I will definitely share with you. Okay.
So somebody is asking, what is Fuzhuan? Fuzhuan is a dark tea coming from Hunan province. I almost said Yunnan. Hunan province in the middle part of
Spelled
China.
just like Yunnan, but with an H instead of a Y. 好不好？
不好。
哎呦。Oh, one N?
Yeah. So Hunan in Hunan province, it's a dark tea. That's not enough. You just
no. You said you wanted the leftover, so I put it there. You can put more or break it or whatever.
So
here's my amount that I chose. It's quite hefty, but I can adapt. And it turns out to be 3.4 grams. Okay, 3.4 for me. Okay, and I think that's going to be just fine in this here vessel.
How much did you put?
I put 3.4, as it turned out. And yours is -2.1, so let me just throw it on. So you have, it looks like yours is +2.1, right? +2, so you have 5.9.
Oh, really? I put so much?
It would appear. Let me double check though. I'm a little bit skeptical. I think the way we did that was a little bit dumb. So try again, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, it's a little bit much.
You got 6 grams. You want to stick with 6 grams? Or do you
no,
want to
I'm
adjust?
going to change it.
Okay, I'll let you just do it from here. That'll be easier.
You know what? I'm going to do it.
You're going to do 6?
Yeah.
I'm making big eyes at them. So that's good. We split the difference. What Heicha Holiday recommend 5G. She went 6. I went 3.4. So we split the diff.
I'm going to start. Okay.
Alan C. Keen, welcome on Instagram. There. Thank you.
Yunnan. Oh, thank you.
She knows the spelling. I'm the only one who's a little bit weak.
猪八戒 for spell that and
for the YouTube folks.
Yes.
They got it right there.
Right.
And you're going to start with a rinse, I assume?
I'm not going to rinse, actually.
Ayo.
It's because the Fuzhuan has lots of the golden flower and stuff I kind of wanted. And that's the reason I don't rinse Fuzhuan. If it's Tianjian or other ones, I would actually rinse. Are you going to rinse?
Nope. Because I'm stealing your reason. Because you got a good point.
Right. Oh, come back to, I think Heicha Holiday had a good question talking about using the serving pot chahai or not. I haven't done side-by-side tasting in terms of with or without. I'm winning big time.
Yeah, my guy one was broken.
Whatever.
Blaming the tools.
So
I like my liquor color better though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Here's our liquor color. I had a little fat finger problem. Go up, see the YouTube. It looks, because these are a bit different, but they look really the same on the screen. So
yeah,
mine's a
this one's
touch darker.
light.
Mine's a touch darker because I was slow on the draw. Although I do have less leaf, so it's not that much different.
Yeah.
So we each have 2 cups here off to the side.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be the close cup and you're the far cup. We'll try and stick with that, but we'll just play it by ear too. All right, enjoy. I think you're going to love my brew. It's really delightful. So enjoy. So I'm going to start with yours because it's lighter in color. It's got that woody, chocolatey, mushroomy. More of that kind of cocoa, maybe more cocoa than chocolate on the.
Mushroom and wood. It really has that image of mushroom growing on wood. It has the wet mushroom flavor.
Okay, not bad. Not bad. Now. Yours had more cocoa. Mine is bigger on the mushroom, maybe from the steep.
I like your steep better.
Little bit of watermelon rind or something like that.
Zhuan said maybe the guy one is for smaller hands. That definitely has an effect on that.
Oh yeah, I've got a tiny little guy one. Tiny little guy one. So I got a little bit left. So I will, since you enjoyed.
Okay, round one, he wins. Bing, ding.
Nice.
I gotta finish my thoughts on the difference. Cha hai. But I do notice the difference in the same tea as and it's well known. It's not just I notice. I think it's well known that the temperature of the liquor hitting your mouth affects what level of a flavor or what's more emphasized in the flavor. So that could be a contribute, because if we put the liquor into the serving pot or cha hai or then to the cup, it's actually the cooling process too. And those usually more affecting like more how should I say, like aromatic teas a little bit more. But if you do like pu'er or stuff, I found it's less.
Right.
Like personally,
so
I found more of it.
Is sort of lost. You miss a little bit when it's cools, and you miss that
because it's a full like a range of different flavors.
Right.
So different heat seems to have different effects on certain flavor elements. So with those kinds of tea, you might feel a little bit more difference in terms of using to accentuate just the aroma stuff. Is a tea more about
reminds me of something that I saw somebody show once. Was a cup of hot tea that was really, really clear liquor, and then they put it off to the side, they let it cool. After the tea cools, you can see solids precipitate in the liquor too, so no question there's going to be a difference. It's going to affect the taste, basically.
All times the Chinese black tea has that saying called 冷后浑, means it becomes cloudy after it's cold.
It was black tea. Good guess.
Yeah.
All right. It didn't get full cloudy, but you could still see these little things precipitating into the tea. So just a few comments before we head into round 2.
Okay.
Daniel had a great question. Are all dark teas fermented? Is that how they get their name? Short answer, yep. That's sort of the defining factor of dark tea, is that fermentation step. And
but they're different. I just want to point out it's not uncommon to see people seem to think if we talk about the fermentation or talk about
still hot. Just wanted to make sure the water was still hot.
Talk about the Kilgrain, people think it's the same thing, the same process, even though the title is the same. This specific steps of how to do it, how long and temperature, everything, they're tea by tea different.
Right.
So we cannot you cannot compare like a Zhuan's fermentation with a Pu'er's fermentation.
Oh, very good.
So I just want to point that out.
Yeah.
Like
that's a good point. They have that step, but that step has a wide range of variants,
terms of like,
just like
almost
gilding.
every tea
Yeah.
processing step is like that.
Yes,
There's
that's
no
a
like
fact.
only one way
Yeah,
to do
rolling is not just rolling. It really depends
Right.
on the tea.
Right.
All of that. So would you
Okay.
like to go ahead? The water
Okay.
is still pretty hot. I verified with my thumb. And now it's burned. We'll have to get another kettle for these if these are a big hit.
that. Okay.
It's an excuse to get gear. More
Right.
gear. We actually don't like to have too much gear. We really try to keep it simple. Less is more. Ooh, you were in it. Oh yeah, you got 6 grams. Monster tea.
Yeah, I got this darker.
Oh yeah, yours is going to
Okay.
release now though, because your 6 grams is nicely moistened. All right, mine's going to stay.
Oh, yours is doing really great. Really consistent.
Nailed it. Sorry, I'm in a musical mood. I've been working on the bass part. Oh, by the way, Hey Cha Holiday, thank you for letting us know that the colors showed up different on Instagram side. That is a really helpful. That's really helpful to know because it's all different on the
Should have
screen.
it different, slightly different.
So you can see mine is as required, very consistent.
Very consistent, slightly deeper as the second infusion often goes.
Oh, sorry about that. We had a glasses collision and cha-hai collision. We're having fun. I hope you guys are having fun, as much fun as we are. So let's do a few comments before we taste. Can any type of tea be fermented into dark tea?
What do you mean by tea types?
Maybe cultivar?
Does that mean cultivar, like a different variety, like the plant, different types, or can black tea or green tea fermented and become dark tea?
Okay, so we'll let that clarify. Well, I'm going to try my tea first this time because mine's a little bit lighter, though you can't tell
like
once
black tea. I think he means different tea type, like a green or oolong. Can they be fermented like a dark tea? It's actually a very good question.
I didn't mean to rush it. I just wanted to get to them before.
No, I just heard you drinking, and I was like, oh, I need a tea too.
Hold that thought, Daniel. We're coming back to it. We haven't had this in a while. This is really yummy.
Really nice,
Cocoa, woody, mushroomy still. Fraction for a live theme.
Okay.
We actually managed to have lunch before the session, which is like semi-miraculous for us. This is a really nice brew.
Thank you.
You did a good job.
The deeper color didn't make didn't make the liquor like much.
Not too bad. No.
It's just a deeper.
I think I like yours better.
Yeah, me too. It wasn't like bitter, or it didn't bring out the unpleasant yet.
No,
well,
not
it
at all.
deepens a little bit of the taste.
It did have a little bit of a dry at the end, but it actually is not bad because it then flushes again. So like the mouth waters after that drying effect. So hey Roden, welcome on YouTube. We're going to come back to Dan's question about other types of tea being made into Hei Cha, and I'll let you finish that because you had that. You were fielding that.
Yes. Okay. What was that? Tea, can they be made into dark tea?
I'll just say bye to Hei Cha Holiday because she said she has to run at 1, and I notice it's 1.
Okay.
So have a fun doctor's appointment. I hope it's just routine. Everything goes well, but we'll see you later.
Yes, see you later.
And thanks for the color reports on the other
also
side.
the suggestion for the tea.
Yes.
Thank you.
Black tea made into dark tea.
Oh, dark tea. That's right. You talk for a bit. Let me just organize my thought a little bit because that's a really, really good question.
So then after, Cole Weeb then on YouTube said, Hei Cha teas are great in the autumn tea for the metal element / dampness. Yes, I love dark tea in the autumn. And in our case, after a meal, we're having that because it's also great after a meal. yellow or oolong. Yeah. So, and Daniel continued to his question, like, can black tea, white tea, yellow, or oolong be made into heicha? And Ronan says, good question.
Yes.
And he says, I guess any tea could be wet piled.
Yes. Okay. I think so. The simple, there's no simple answer. I was going to say simple answer. So yes and no. Yes is for a lot of people, if they talk about the tea category, they think it's the process. If this tea has this fermented tea, they're supposed to become a dark tea. But if you ask me, I think it's no. It can render, it can still be they can still have interesting flavors or something like that, but that is not a black tea. That is not dark tea, because the dark tea process, even though we emphasize to talk about fermentation as the key component, but all the other process also matters. They are not all finished then piled. They have a different process. They have, and also very important in tea categorizing and tea type like classifications, there's other elements of identifiable, like in the more consumer friendly version, we say that a tea is categorized by process into green, yellow, oolong. But for the say pro version, like a little bit more advanced, we will dive into what are the other elements that also help define.
Right.
The process is the key and is the majority of the major elements, but there's more. Like say if somebody who make a oolong tea, follow the oolong process, but is not good at processing, the end result, we drink it, we notice is overly oxidized. It almost tastes like a black tea. So is that oolong or is that black? So based on the process, it is a oolong, right? And based on the taste, it might be closer to black tea.
Right.
So that.
So I think so. When you get down to it, the details matter. So if you did, for example, if you did all the oolong steps up to Mao Cha, the steps all the way up to that, you did oolong steps. You've got some other kind of wacko, sort of weirdo tea.
Right. And just to think about the results, it wouldn't be a good tea because you already consume a lot of the content, then you ferment it.
Right.
If dive into a little bit of a dark tea process, you might have noticed their pre-fermentation process is simple, so that most of the leaf stuff is still in there.
The material, all the juice and the good stuff is still there. Something can happen to it.
That's right. And also like compared to, if say especially like black tea or oolong, both go through fermentation that already uses the material to transform to something else. Right, then go through the fermentation. The end result could actually just be, it's a tea, but it really doesn't fit in, commodity level, a valuable tea.
It's getting into
you can have fun with that.
Sure, absolutely, and people always do. But yeah, so hopefully that answered your question, and it was definitely a great question. I didn't see the answer coming at all. I kind of had a different angle on it, but I love that. Great question. Oh, just can any leaf, if you did the process on, let's say on a full show, let's steep.
I really feel like he's trying to slow me down between the infusions, trying to sabotage my stuff.
Yeah, I am. Let's take some comments here and just so everybody likes the question and receive message 8. Welcome. Hello there to you on YouTube. And Ronan, thank you for listening to Zhen talk about tea. She is very knowledgeable. Ahoy Yan, nice to see you again as well. And
hello.
Steep Tea on Instagram. Welcome. Hello, nice to see you. And may I?
Yes.
Perfect. Here. I'll just take that across.
I just want to explain why I was in a rush to get that going, because I put more leaf, and if I let it sit in between infusions for longer, I have to be really quick to get it out. But there's a certain limit in terms of how quick I can get the liquor out. So a lot of times, just want to emphasize that again. All the brewing videos and a lot of brewing instructions give you seconds and seconds. And why we advocate intuitive brewing, because just like this situation, in between infusion also matters. If I brew one infusion right after another one, that affects the successful infusion time.
Yeah.
But if I let it sit for like 30 minutes, then brew another one, that also affects. So really, all the specific times, the temperature, all those are just guide.
Limited, right? Limited value. They are valuable, but they're limited. I know, and if you've brewed tea before, you'll notice that we grab, or like our guide is sort of liquor color. So if you have let your tea sit before and brewed it, you'll notice that with the same amount of time, suddenly your infusion is darker. Or if you're really smashing it like one after the other, you'll notice with the same time as maybe a previous time, suddenly your liquor color is really light. That's why the color is a great guide, because it's kind of, it's always going to tell you when it's in the zone, in the right zone. So here's our infusion number 3. She's still on the darker side.
Yes.
The pick I'm using is actually from a band here in Ottawa called The Dark Side. So that's interesting. I was playing with the pick today. This is not related. So if you just joined, I'm talking about my bass because I'm working on our tea music video. Anyway, your infusion was darker again. I should stay on topic. I'm a little bit going everywhere. Oh, I'm off the frame. Hey, I'm back. Instagram, YouTube just think I'm nuts. So Jubajia says, maybe clarify difference between oxidation versus fermentation. Yeah. So black tea has oxidation. I heard her say that too, but I think that was a little even more confusing because we were talking about fermenting other types of tea. So it's a little bit zigzag, but yes. So in general, when we talk about tea, we'll use the word oxidation for things like oolong and black tea, and fermentation will be exclusively used for microbial fermentation, which is dark tea. Oxidation is actually enzymatic browning, and that's the process in oolong and black tea, and a mini bit in yellow tea, and ever so slowly in white tea. So this is my infusion I'm sipping. The cocoa is still alive and well. The lemon rind came back. I didn't taste the lemon rind in infusion too. This is an interesting, refreshing, but like it's somewhat refreshing for a dark tea.
Because it has a little bit, I found, not grassy, but I do feel that kind of a leafy, dry green, like not weed, reed, R-E-E-D, reed leaf. That kind of a smell.
You should try yours before it gets before you forget how good mine was.
I like my brew.
I like my brew.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, we got to have a brew off. So yours won the first infusion, mine won the second infusion, and now we cannot agree. We pulled a husband and wife move.
Which is?
We can't agree.
Oh.
In tennis, it's when you hit the ball down the middle in doubles, and then and no one gets it. They each wait for the other to get it. Anyway.
Really?
Yeah, husband and wife.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
That's a little bit tricky.
Why do you think yours is better than mine?
You're a little bit drying on yours, and mine had more elements present, complexity, nice thick liquor, but I had cocoa, watermelon rind, like yours was a little too strong.
Yeah, I found yours more bitter than mine.
Really?
That's why I felt like I like.
You waited too long.
Oh yeah.
Yours was definitely a little bit more bitter.
Oh, cool.
That's my opinion.
And somebody asked about how to pour the tea out. Is there any difference between different teas? I saw that somewhere.
Okay.
I forgot.
Good one.
Simply speaking, not really. All the
out of the guy one, just to be clear.
I think out of the guy one to either cups or cha hai. So
This guy here, sharing pot.
yeah, sharing pot, serving pot. In general, no. There's not only way, the suggested way for almost all the tea pouring is as low as possible, trying to minimize the aroma escape. So low. Key point 1. Key point 2 is the last shake. So many including myself, have the habit of, it's low and don't shake that for several times. It's not suggested because while you're shaking that so many times, it's also the leaves and it's like intensive infusing, like agitating the leaf. And with a little bit of the water left in the gaiwan, it could actually bring out more bitterness or astringency. The suggested way is more like let it naturally go down, and you realize that this is not dripping anymore. Give it a 1, 2, 3, just a few,
and gentle,
to clear out all the liquor.
I'll show you next time. I got a lesson from her mom about this, which said exactly the same thing, because I was shaking the crap out of it trying to get all the water out. Because you might think, I got to get all the water out, or the water will sit there and infuse while I'm drinking, which is true. You don't want to leave the water, but you don't want to shake the living crap out of it, because you will. And if you've ever noticed, especially with choux pu'er, when you're pouring, at the even if you don't shake, at the end of the pour, it gets darker and darker. All the intense stuff is at the end. So to her point, there's a little bit of water and you're shaking the choux pu'er. There is a difference. There's the time difference. So,
but on the other hand, this is like extreme picky about how you pour. Like I said, myself included, I'm not very patient. When
Save this for competitions, right?
Yes.
Jan says he'll pour better next time. No shaking, he promised. Okay, we're watching, okay? And I'm reading backwards for a bit till I catch up. So Jubajia says, so you recommend short pour, not long pour with no shaking. Short, I guess short, you mean, close. You don't need to be up here pouring.
Yes.
It's not doing
much. You would
stuff.
actually see some, especially some performance or something, doing those kind of a pour. Those are more for effect in the kind of a professional suggested way is don't do that, because
if you're doing it for assessment and for tasting, it's not necessary. But if you're doing Gong Fu teapot, behind the back and then long spout teapot, of course you got to be a little crazy. It's all about the show.
Yeah. And again, those are really minor things. It's not like gonna wreck the tea or anything. Yeah,
of course. And Ronan says, I'm going to read his 3 comments in the right order because it'll be really confusing if I read them backwards. Do different music styles go better with different tea? Of course.
Oh, yeah. We believe so, at least.
And his favorite is Pink Floyd, and then Pink Floyd for everything. So yeah, that's a great mellow, love Floyd for sure. And we actually have a couple tea and music playlists. If you check out our blog, you'll be able to find those. So definitely show.
Yeah.
Heck
Teaware.
Yeah, we can make a Teaware. We can make a Teaware. We're not picky.
Well, show me your supper. I like to see food too.
Daniel Dietz says, I have really only experienced fermented pu'er tea, however, not any others. Cool. And
they're quite different. They're quite different.
They're remarkably different than pu'er. One of the ones that's really, we hear a lot of comments about from our catalog is Qian Liang Cha, 1,000-pound tea. I never translate that, but anyway, Qian Liang Cha, it's a really, and for me, my first experience with it was actually a couple of years ago now, but I was really when we first tasted it, I didn't know what to think of it. It was very different than I was used to, and it really grew on me. And a lot of people say that there's one of their favorite dark tea. Pretty light fermentation, really interesting flavor. I'd definitely try it out. And finally, I think we're almost caught up. Yep, we are. Love that Huang Cha. Hard to find though. Yes. And Simerjeet says they do the long pour to cool the tea in India, usually done a dozen or so times to cool them off. Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
Get them down to drinking temp.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah,
okay.
and that definitely works.
Yes.
Our liquor colors were really close this time.
Oh, I sipped some already. So
Yeah, yours is
mine's
still a bit lighter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want to.
I sipped some, so this one had more.
Yeah. So here's hers,
Mm.
and here's mine,
Mm.
and here goes my sip. I'm gonna sip mine first because it's a bit lighter. Let's see if I. I'm gonna go back to yours.
This one I like yours.
Yeah, me too. Okay, guys. She said she likes mine. I can't let her change her mind. This is over. I won.
Woo! Yay me!
No, so I'm surprised though, but I think it all comes down to tea amount in this one. I think it was really hard for you to get that out in time with those. What did you go with? 6, right? 6 grams in her guy one. I went with 3.4, 3.4 grams. Neither of us weighed these. I should be clear. We just threw the tea in, how we felt would work for this vessel. And then after we weighed it, because you guys might be wondering how much did she have, how much did I have? So now we know. And that's the deal. So can't believe I won that. I did not expect that at all. That's a.
It means you had good practice.
Stem. I got a stem. Got to pull that out. That was beyond fiber. So yeah, so that was fun. We fielded a few questions. Thanks for asking questions. We love to answer your questions. Ronan says he's going to go have a look for the tea and music playlists. I hope you like them. They're a work in progress too. And if there's any songs you think we could put on them, we always we're adding to them all the time.
Yes.
Christine Wong, welcome on Instagram. We're a little bit towards the wrapping up end, but better late than never, right? Yay. And Brandon said something funny. Let's find it. Oh, there it is. Brandon doesn't have an emoji, so it's a little bit hard to see him sometimes. So Brandon says to Joseph, I'm going to read your comment out, okay? I know you guys are having a convo, but they're sometimes funny. I'm pretty sure anyone can join. I myself only have a teapot, Teaware. Oh, yeah. So they're talking about our teapot. We're going to be doing a teapot show and tell, but we've already showed ours. The videos on our channel somewhere. But we're going to do a video conference on Zoom with you guys, and you can show off your teaware. And I think that'll
Friday evening.
Friday evening. It's going to be super fun. So check out the look for that. We're going to be broadcasting about that, and we're going to have lots of fun. And actually, it was you guys when we were doing our teapot show and tell. You guys suggested we should do one of those, and we thought that's a great idea. So. Basically, we do whatever you tell us. What more could you ask for?
We're really good, huh?
Yeah, we're pretty good. We're pretty
Just pretty good.
Okay, so
King Crimson.
King Crimson, great band.
For everything.
Yes, King Crimson. Oh, yeah. They're like a very a really good band. The drummer from Porcupine Tree plays drums for them as well, actually, which is really cool. Yeah, they're a bit like technical, like a kind of would you guys say they're like kind of like a musician's band? I'm not saying you have to be, but they're really tasty, yummy music. You can always find a good song to fit the mood. Yeah, it's great. You know what? I don't listen to enough of them. I'm going to look them up and put them on next time I'm sipping tea. Thank you for reminding me about King Crimson. As I use strainer less and less, pouring seems to be more turbulent. This should bring more air in the tea and possibly could improve the taste. What do you think about it? Yeah, a little bit more turbulent. It's true. When it goes through the strainer, it really consolidates the stream
and also take away those little fuzz or stuff. Like a green tea, white tea, I don't like to use strainer because it's taking stuff out of the tea.
That's right. Yeah. And so that's another good reason a strainer might change. Not using a strainer might change the taste because you're getting more of the good stuff is making it into your liquor.
Yes. And in terms of bringing more air in the tea and possibly could improve the taste, first, I don't know much about that. What is that?
I read the next comment.
Oh, I didn't. So I just want to just share a bit of my thoughts as, again, this is totally like, open to discussion. It's just personal preferences. I didn't feel much of that. And at some point, I personally prefer less disturb. Then I can have because I also slurp the tea and kind of aerate it in my mouth. So I could have the effect like before and after. So that's how I think about the bringing more air to the tea. But you definitely make me curious of the difference of how I would pour that into a serving pot and how more air would make that taste different. I think I might do a side-by-side tasting, just a quick thing to figure out what my thought in is, because it's an interesting thing that I've never think of.
Yeah. Okay, so thanks for that question. Good one. And the reason I laughed is Brandon says, I'm a firm believer every tea can be enjoyed with any type of music. Roughly that. I listen to death metal while drinking tea. Haha, that's awesome.
I like
yes,
that.
You can listen to anything.
And maybe play some game.
Yep. And yeah. So I did some, since the competition's over and the winner has been declared.
Right.
Those crazy filters work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I just felt like we should keep on brewing this because
for sure. I just want to wrap up a little thoughts on this competition.
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah, definitely. I'm not the boss.
I am, Emma?
Yes.
I don't know. Anyway, so just something to share with you guys. I know a lot of you use scale and stuff, and we suggest people to bring more intuitive brewing in terms of how much tea leaf, how much tea, how much the water we put, the steep time, and like that's roughly the key component. And we can kind of how should we say, adjust with each other. If I have less tea leaf, we can do a little bit longer steep, or we have too much tea leaf, we put a little bit of less steep time. Those all make sense, but at some point there is a limit. And in my case, I put too much tea leaf in a too small gaiwan. I couldn't get it out fast enough.
It's oolong amount almost.
Yeah, it's like way too much. I couldn't get that out fast enough, so it started to have this much stronger taste, a little bit more bitter or something come out.
First one was really good.
Yes, because they needs time to open up. So what I'm saying is, in terms of adjust that, there is a limit, right? For example, if we put just a little bit, like less than desired amount of tea leaf, and thinking we can brew an extensive time, yes, in terms of the liquor color, but no, because the taste of the long time would get out the bitterness and the astringency from the tea. So there is a limit. So within that, feel free to play with it. And, as a tea drinker, the best we can do, because we cannot control the quality, all we can do is find the best way to brew this specific tea.
Yep. That's right. So
I talk so much.
No, that was perfect. And I can't believe it, but I actually think she threw it just so I could win. I think she let me win, but we just determined it came down to the leaf amount. Yeah, she got a little carried away. So she, what else? When I want less leaf, we use a smaller cup. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's the idea. Each tea is an experiment. Yes. And I think
scale. What's that?
Yeah, I think Jubagia was just being a little bit like, what was a scale? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was our brewing Q&A and our off the steep end steep off brewathon or brew off, and it was awesome hanging out with you guys again. We are back on Friday with
Friday evening.
So let me be clear: we're not back on YouTube actually or Instagram. We're going to be hooking up with some of you on Zoom to check out your teaware, teapots, gaiwan, cool stuff, whatever, tea pets, throw it all in, whatever.
Yeah.
We're not picky. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. Keep an eye on whatever social media poison that you consume.
And check the latest what?
The new video?
Yes, the new
there's a recipe video up. Yeah, we did so for the COVID isolation time, we're throwing up easy things that you can
non-tea related.
cook.
If you're not interested, you don't have to.
Yeah, it's not tea related, so be forewarned. But if you do like making food taste even better, it is a really good Sichuan sauce that she makes. It's just amazing.
All-purpose sauce. I like
anything.
Things that make everything simple.
Yeah, you can throw it in a bunch of different stuff. What did we throw it in yesterday? The veggies, right? We threw a little bit in the veggies just to give them a little bit of depth. Check that out too.
Mhm.
And I think until Friday.
Yes. And any musicians or vocal, like you
Right.
don't have to know how to sing, and just join us for a fun music project. And
yeah, I'll put the link in the description. That is going to be fun. So until next time. Keep steeping. I'd give it a little bump and everything.
Okay. No, we gotta have a better one. Come on.
Okay, yeah. They're watching live. They're just like, what a bunch of goofs, which is awesome. I love it.
Anyway, we have several minutes. Okay, here we go.
Oh, you want me to start?
Oh, I'm starving. Okay. Until next time.
Keep steeping.
Oh, finally.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
That was probably our cutest ending ever. Bye-bye, YouTube.